Good morning. Good morning. It's Shani and Melz in the morning. How's everybody doing on this Friday? We made it through the week.
Oh yes, praise the good Lord. We made it to Friday. It is the blackest morning show in America.
He said the blackest morning show in America.
Because we go live when we want to. It smells something in my seat. This is y'all gonna get it when we get it to you, all right?
Yeah, we were getting here. We just 5 minutes late. It's okay.
I had to get sent out on. Look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with all this. Look, I got real life going on over here. All right, this ain't. You see me? I'm in the closet already. Look. They shoved me in the closet with all my clothes and the shit. You see my wife underwear and shit over here in the corner. Look. It's real over here. This is real. All right, I know.
Wait a minute. Don't be putting your like garments on blast.
Look, that's where they put me at. You see where I'm at? Look, I got wrapping paper behind me. They got Christmas gifts back here. They ain't opened up yet. Look, it's crazy out here right now. And you know, right when the show starts, my family be like, "Dad, we need you to go get us some breakfast tacos." Wait, y'all know I got a show starting in like 10 minutes, right? They gonna be ready in like 10 minutes. So I've been, out here in these streets all early in the morning, risking COVID, getting breakfast tacos for everybody. And making sure they square away. Good morning, Sherry. Y'all know
Good
she know about.
morning, Sherry. Yeah, I mean, but you're being a good dad.
I am being a good dad, but look, I got to talk about some black mama ish that just happened this morning. That kicked my day off this morning, because this is some black mama ish. So I'm sitting there listening to Shani, and when you call your kids, black mamas. I've seen this exclusively with black mamas. You call all your kids all at one time. Carly, Tamron, you call them all at once, and listen, listen, okay? You listen. This is some black mama ish right here. This is like the most blackest mama ish ever. You call all your kids. You call all your kids, Carly, Tamron, and both of them come, but then you say, no, you go back because you took too long. That is the most. Why do y'all do that? My mom used to do that shit to me, and that shit is the most annoying shit ever. Like, that is the most frustrating shit ever. That is like, like what?
That's not what happened. That's not what happened. So I'm sitting where my little studio is in the house.
Mm-hmm.
To the right of me,
Right.
there's a room that's their room in the front room. Well, that's their classroom, so they can go in there and do school.
Right.
So I called Tamron because she's sitting in the classroom. She didn't answer me.
Okay. Okay.
So Carly is to the left of me in the kitchen.
Okay.
And it's no door, in the kitchen. So I said, Carly. When Tamron heard me call Carly and I started giving Carly instruction, then Tamron all of a sudden, huh? No, you took too long. No, just stay doing whatever you doing.
It took too long.
Yeah, and I'm having to deal with her because she's not, I love both of my children dearly. If you know me, you know how I go hard in the paint for my kids.
No doubt.
But she made a comment, well, you love Carly more than you love me. I said, girl, if you don't get out of my face right now.
Oh Lord, that's that. Now that always happens amongst siblings. That kind of crap right there.
Girl, you better get out of my face with that. Who did I just get through taking the guitar center for these guitar lessons, and I can't even get you to keep your room clean?
What?
You better get out of my face.
I'm surprised you ain't hit with the what.
I just looked at her. I'm like, girl, and I told her, girl, you better get out of my face. You better get out of my face with that.
Good morning, Roxanne. How you doing this morning, darling?
Roxanne.
Oh man, nah, I just thought of that because I remember my mom would do that kind of crap to me and my brothers. Y'all would all summon us all at once, and it was like whoever came first. And just because one of us got delayed, or maybe one of them was like maybe 3 feet further away from your mission goal that you trying to send me to go do, like that it took too long. Don't call me then. Call the one that you specifically want to have to execute the mission. Don't call all of us and then say, okay, all right, whoever, and then because that's when they start kicking that crap about you love her more than me. That's when they come up with that.
That's crazy.
Because they thinking, well, you called me, but then I guess because I didn't snap to attention quick enough, you don't love me as much.
I don't know. But I got a shout out to my Aunt Jackie. I just sent her the link on YouTube. Just real quick, you guys can watch this a couple ways. You can watch it on Facebook Live. You can also watch it on YouTube.
Yep.
You can watch it on the Media Room 360. You can watch it on Twitch.
Woo.
It's a couple Facebook pages. We have my page, Mel's page, Hotbox 254. Let's Get It Radio, the Media Room. It's a bunch of places. But my Aunt Jackie has checked in. She is a January baby, so we getting ready for her birthday.
Oh,
She is a proud Alpha Kappa Alpha.
right?
And she's
Yeah.
one of the aunts that always gives the best presents. So
Ooh,
shout out to her.
she
Yeah.
one of them aunties. But every family got a good auntie like that. Got a good auntie.
Yeah. And her birthday's coming up, so we are celebrating her and happy that she's here
All right.
with us to keep pouring into us and getting us together.
All right. All right. So here we are. It's Friday morning. It's been an insane week in America with all the craziness going on. But damn it.
Happy birthday, Sherry.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jerry. January, baby. But the main story this morning that we're looking at is something that y'all touched on last night on Big Brink's break room. Shout out to the fam out there. Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre, we've been talking about this Dr. Dre situation and all the crazy
Yes.
stuff going on in his life. Well, Dr. Dre has it come out as that the man decided to cave in and give this woman $2 million a month spousal support that she wants. And you know what? I first saw this story, and my first thought was, you know what, Dre? You got too much going on right now. You got people trying to break in your goddamn house. You done ended up in the hospital and had and all this other stuff. You know what? Just give her what the hell she wanted and just let her go. If that's what she worried about, she worried about money. Just give her the money and just go away and relieve yourself
Oh
of all
my
that stress,
God.
all that BS. I applaud you, Dr. Dre. I applaud you, Dr. Dre. And you know what the crazy thing is? The craziest part of this entire story is y'all ain't even wait. The woman ain't even wait to get this man out the goddamn hospital. This man signed the papers in the hospital. In the hospital. Couldn't even let the man can't even let this man get up on his feet all the way. And then, but here she comes, still worried about the money. I damn near died. I'm in the ICU, and here she comes. Look, just give her the goddamn money. What? Just give her the money. That was appalled by that. I can't even get healthy fully. And here you are in the hospital with lawyers and shit. Hell, sign this paperwork. Look, just give it to her, Dre. I applaud you, Dre. Relieve yourself of that stress, man. You got too much shit on your chest right now. Drop that detox. We get this money all back. Don't worry about it, fam. Let her have it. Just let her have it. But there is under a condition, though. She could get this money under certain conditions if she meets certain conditions. And that is she's got to pay her legal fees, which is about $5 million. And she has to do it like within a certain period of time in order for the spouse for the money to continue to come in at $2 million a month. So we'll see what happens with this situation, but I think it's totally messed up that this man couldn't even get out the damn hospital, and here she come with lawyers and stuff. Here, sign this paperwork. Just give her the money. Just give her the money. I ain't mad at you, Drake. I ain't mad at you. Nah, you can have. Nah, I know you ain't think. I know you thought this argument was gonna go a whole nother way, but it's not. Nah, it's not going that way that you thought it was going. Dre's being respectful. He's being reasonable, and I respect that man for doing that. I respect this man for doing that this morning.
He is not being respectful or reasonable. And first of all, I want to know, how do you know that she walked up in the hospital and said that?
I don't care if she did or not. She sent her people up there with the lawyers and everybody.
How do you know that Dre wasn't laying there in the hospital and said, you know what? I might die. Let me do the right thing before I die. And let's break it down, because what he did really ain't the right thing. Okay. Because if he did that saying, okay, well, she got to get her legal fees back, because again, it's just a temporary arrangement until April.
Well,
so that's like $5 million right there. So he basically paying the legal fees.
Yep.
But usually when they do the temporary agreement or arrangements, usually those are the ones that end up going into full effect. When you, like, if you come to that agreement, that's usually what happens. But you saying that she put him under duress. How do you know that Dre
Come on.
whenever they got married in this whole prenup, the reason why she's like, forget this prenup. Good morning, Yusuf. Good morning, Jackie.
Come on, y'all.
How do you know that Dre didn't put no gun to tie her up and put a gun to her head and say, you better sign this prenup? Don't act like it ain't possible.
Come on now.
Don't.
Look, she should have said that in court then. She should have said that.
Don't act like it ain't. And she might.
But she did.
She might be holding that receipt.
But she did.
This ain't the time to let that receipt go.
This look, hold on. This ain't Matlock now. Don't be holding the no, this ain't Matlock. Don't be trying to hold shit for dramatic effect. If you got receipts, I need all receipts on the table right now.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
I know. See, that's what I'm
like that.
She holding cars. You talk about she holding cars and
might be
drop bombs at the right time. No, we in court. If the judge, because the judge might get mad and say, you know what, I ain't got time for this shit. Look, this is the rule in Payal. And then you go come run up and say, but he put a gun to my head and made me sign a prenup. You should have said that on day one. Then we could have looked at that. So clearly that ain't true. Look, you sound like these strong people out here.
You don't know. You don't know that you talking about she came up in the hospital and made him sign.
That's what the report said. The report said that he signed the paperwork.
Yeah, the report says that he signed the paperwork in the hospital. It don't say that she busted up in there and say, yeah, Dre, you on your deathbed, you better sign. Because, and see, this is the thing. Okay. Women are not stupid. That's number one. If I'm getting a divorce from you, and I know that you worth, what is he worth? Like $6 billion or something like that?
He got that much.
His worth.
I was just saying, he just barely crossed. I think people are exaggerating Dre's numbers. Dre just barely crossed the B. Okay.
Well, whatever. If he had good morning, Mom. If he just crossed the B.
Good morning, Mom.
He laying up in the hospital and they talking about he might have got poisoned and you might die. You think I'm gonna come up in there with some papers talking about sign these papers and we still married? Because if you croak and we still married, I'm getting more than $2 million.
But hold on. Where's this stuff with this poisoning stuff coming from? Where's that now? Where did that come from?
Well, the family, it was reported yesterday that the family believes that Dr. Dre was poisoned, possibly with rat poison, because rat poison, causes aneurysms and people to have a stroke. Fortunately, he didn't have a stroke. It was just a brain aneurysm.
Right.
But that's what they think.
Wait, so now this is a new interesting development. This is Dre's family saying this though. This ain't
family, yeah.
This ain't substance. So if that's the case, if you think this is the case, the family is even starting to allege that there's something sinister and not right going on here. I mean,
and that's kind of what was said. What you just said was, yeah.
Yeah, because it's weird to me because I don't think she went that far. I kind of don't want to buy that, but at the same time, it's believable. I gotta say it's believable. But I don't think she would stoop to that level. Would you? Do you think she would stoop to that level when from what we've seen so far, and for the most part, she's got him by the ropes on a lot of the stuff as far as getting what she wants.
He's really more valuable to her alive than dead. I mean, because we don't know if he has a will and how because he has other kids outside of the kids he has with her. So
right,
we don't know how that's broke down. But I'm gonna be honest and be really transparent right now. I am a big believer in the universe, and what you put out comes back to you. And Dre has done a whole lot of messed up stuff, and hey, sometimes you got to get knocked down on your butt for you to wake up and just realize, oh, okay, you get that. I am of the belief that you do so much and then God, universe, whoever you believe in will give you that moment.
But what more
opportunity to think about? Oh, well, you have a brain aneurysm and you sitting up in the hospital and they talking about they might have to cut on your head to stop the bleeding. Oh, you get it together real quick.
I mean, if you talking about karma and all this stuff, I mean, I think Dre's suffered a lot. Like, he lost a child, and ain't nothing more impactful. The marriage and all that, all that shit. You lose a child and you got to bury a child before their time. That hurts. I mean, so
Yeah,
I mean, that's one
yeah,
of the
but
things. That's
but
one.
you got to get your life together. Even though that hurts, you can't still be out here in these streets treating people
We don't know he's been
any
out
kind
here
of way.
people like that. We don't know that. I mean, we can't go off of what this divorce situation, what it is. We this is
Oh,
an
we can't, but you can assume that she busted up in there and made him sign some papers.
hell
You
yeah, I
can
can
you
prove
can
that.
assume that it couldn't be that Dre was just in the hospital and
Okay,
said, you know what, let me make this right. I want to
okay,
get it. But even with that, let's talk about that because now I gave you your little 10 minutes. So let me say something about the stipulations of this $2 million. The stipulations is that she has to pay her $5 million legal fees in a certain amount of time.
mm-hmm,
Okay. Okay. This is a temporary agreement to April.
mm-hmm,
So even if she pay her legal fees today and she pays $5 million right now,
right.
that's just him paying the legal fees because this is from now to April. That's
Okay.
basically, 5 million. So now Dre's still on that BS. He's still on
No.
that bull.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me is that's why you're asking for $2 million a month just so you could go pay the damn lawyers. This
No, because
this makes
after she paid the lawyer, she still has a life to live. That's what I don't understand. I really don't get this from y'all being on this. You being in action. I don't understand. It was okay for Kendu to ask for some money. He wasn't even married to Mary J. Blige half the time that Dre and this woman have been together. But oh yeah, give him the money, give him the money. A grown
because
man. But a woman who has been married to a man who
mm-hmm,
is known, who
mm-hmm.
is known to be low down and dirty and
I don't
to
know
treat
about long. We don't know that. We don't know as of late. We're talking about as of late.
it
You
don't
heard
matter. You
signs.
don't know what this woman went through from well, we do know some of the stuff that she went through from the beginning because it's
Wait a
documented. It's because it's documented. Yes, they have double standards, Jackie.
Hold
That's
on,
right.
hold on. No, no,
It's a
stop.
double
No, no.
standard
The
because
standard is with y'all. The double standard is with y'all on y'all side
no,
of the offense. Because like the number one person y'all point to in this situation every time, and that's where the point of objection comes from us is Kendu Isaacs. And a majority of the cases that we read about in this particular manner is the woman who overwhelmingly is getting hers. And we just say
right.
but when a man asks for these kind of things and this kind of behavior, it's a problem. And I will continue
Yes.
and I will continue to argue that if that's the case, then that's where the double standard lies, and that's when this is true equality. This
No.
is true equality. Even if the man can get the same thing that the woman can get, the damn because again, y'all go get y'all's. It's been proven that everything is slanted in your favor all along.
No.
All
No.
that is slanted in your
No.
favor.
No, because even Sherry Shepherd was in that situation and had to pay that
Gotta pay.
man.
Oh well, the man was that man lifestyle he became accustomed to. She was the breadwinner. We
That,
talking about a
but that's
breadwinner,
right. But see
not the gender.
what you're saying there is true. That's absolutely true because she was the breadwinner and
Okay,
he stayed home and he took care of the child that they adopted.
okay.
He played that role. So that's why you don't hear so many people talk about that. But
Oh, wait,
this is
I heard the
but
objection
this
to.
is my
I heard
thing.
it. I heard
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Every time Sarah get on television, she cry about it.
it's a few objections to it, but not as many as what Mary J. Blige and this Kendall did. That the two are it's
Every
a little
time,
different.
every
But
time
this is
Sarah
my
Shepherd
thing.
gets on
If
television, she
if
cry
if
about it.
if you all want to be respected as men, then you have to stay in a man's place. Now, if you want to change and put the skirt on like me, don't
Hmm.
be mad when I talk to you and you then don't tell me nothing about I'm demasculating you or emasculating you because you want the same thing. I'm the woman. I'm supposed to be taken care of and kept. There were some things that I had to submit to.
Hmm.
Okay. You are supposed to be the person that's taking care of all of this. And I'm talking about a Dr. Dre situation. I'm
Mhm.
not talking about
Hmm.
couples that are in a situation where
Level, level.
where both couples both have to work. I mean, both people both have to work to maintain the house. Now, a situation like that, no, shouldn't anybody be asking for $2 million? But we're talking about Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
We talking about Dr. Dre, kind of like the Tyree situation.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
The wife is asking for $20,000 a month for child support. She's
Mhm.
not asking for $2 million a month because Tyrese ain't in that realm.
Yeah, I say that's
Okay.
level. We talking levels here. We're talking
Yeah,
levels. We got to remember. We talking. we talking
yeah.
levels.
But when Tiger Woods' wife got $780 million, when the white girl got it, wasn't no problem. Wasn't no problem.
Well, you know why? You know why? You know why?
Oh my God.
Hold on. I'm not about to justify any of that with Tiger Woods' situation. Okay, I'm not about to justify any of that. You know why everybody that wasn't so much outrage with that because she did that shit ASAppington. Like most of the like Tiger can't like Tiger ain't even got the goddamn truck in the lawyer was after like do you remember he had that truck accident and he had the truck accident he smashed his truck up and all this that motherfucker wasn't out the truck when the lawyers was already there like here we got the divorce paperwork right here and
That ain't no excuse.
plus he didn't have a prenup. He did not
But
have a prenup.
it doesn't matter. She wasn't even married to him. Half the time, this woman was married to Dr. Dre.
I
She,
agree.
she wasn't married to him at all. She was a nanny. Okay. Her family probably prepped her and groomed her for that. They probably sent the other woman so they could be set up and get their money. Because if you really love somebody and you're really in love with them, y'all just got married. Baby, use the nanny. Your standards ain't that high.
Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm,
You the nanny.
mm-hmm.
You didn't strive for nothing else in life but to be the nanny. And all of a sudden you got a $780 million requirement.
I,
Get miss me with that. But she a white woman and
look, I said it before. It's messed up. That was probably one of the most messed up divorces ever, and also that was the other reason why ain't nobody saying nothing, especially in the black community. Because what you say? That's what you get for. That's what you get for.
but I mean but
And that's why there was no outrage in this situation
but
because
with Tiger, you can't say that. Tiger's mama is not white. I
well,
mean, it's not black.
that's why there was wild, loud radio silence in our
No,
community.
and no, that's not an excuse. Tiger's mom is not black. So if the child is biracial, the man biracial, and their mom, because your mom, this is the first woman that you're dealing with in life. So this is what he's used to. This is what he accustomed to. He didn't have no black mama. You know, it's some stuff that he just not gonna understand because his mom. I don't know. His mom might have been, because she wasn't white either. His mama wasn't white either. She was, something.
The mama was what he calls himself Cabocalasian or whatever it is. So the mama was whatever that other half that he claimed that he is, whatever.
Well,
Daddy was
yeah. And them people, I done seen them take shoes, switches, and they do all that just like us. But what I'm saying is that him marrying a white woman didn't shock me. He's on the golf course. At that time, most black people thought if you was on the golf course, you were a nerd. They weren't into that. They didn't understand that. So from Tiger's makeup in his defense, he was not raised by a black woman. So I really didn't expect him to be like, oh, I got to get me a black woman. His daddy didn't do that. I mean, imagine what those conversations were.
right.
But all I'm saying is that when it was the little nanny, the nanny who was groomed by her family and probably her family and cousins and them
So
set
weird.
him up.
You really think
And she got 780, 60 million. She got 700 and some odd $1 million. That's
So
all
you,
I know. For being married for about a year and a half, maybe two, if they even made it that long. And y'all upset because Dr. Dre wife, who been with him 20 some odd years, helped him build this empire. She say I want $2 million a month, and that's a problem. And she done gave birth to his kid and stayed with him through all this foolishness, the
hey,
embarrassment.
respecting the prenup. She signed a prenup. She was in
Man,
a
I believe he tied her up. I believe he tied her up.
see.
I believe he tied. Hey, daddy, my daddy's on. Everybody say hey to
Good
my daddy.
Good morning, sir.
I believe he put her under duress and made her sign that.
Oh, good morning to all the ladies, to Erica and
Erica's my cousin. Hey, Erica.
Erica and
Sweet
everybody.
stuff.
Sequisa.
You don't know.
Let me. We gotta say allegedly. We say we gotta stop creating wild ass scenarios because none of this shit happened. Okay, none of this shit being Shani talking about actually happened outside of the paperwork being signed and the reports. All right, this whole she put a gun to his head and she busted in there and look we young and wrestling this up, right? we putting all of our lives on this shit. That shit and none of this shit happened. So let me be clear on this. But y'all go out there in these streets and be telling these people,
They
wow,
like Shani said, and Melz said, DJ Earl, it don't matter that she didn't make one beat though. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that she didn't make one beat. It's still other things that he had going on. Earl, come on, Earl.
that man, she wasn't up there making the chronic. Goddamn it, she didn't make these nuts.
You don't know that. You don't know where his inspiration came from. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. She could have been a ghostwriter.
Inside, look, she didn't ghostwrite bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Come on now, let's get it. I know she ain't write that.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
I
You
know
don't
she.
know that. How you know that? How you know? Where is it documented?
I know she ain't wrote that. I know she ain't wrote bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, licks on the nuts and sucks the dick. Come on now, she ain't wrote that.
She could have wrote that because she could have been mad about one of them women that he was stepping out on her with.
Come on, come on.
You know, because
Well,
when we start talking about the person that's messing with our significant other, we come up with some bars. I'm just saying.
nah.
You don't know that. You don't know that to be true. You can't say that.
Woo.
She
She came
was
up
his
with the.
support for all these years. And then the thing about it, if we just now hearing about the divorce, this been going on. This ain't just this ain't just start today or
Because they just did a whole documentary on Dre's life with him and Jimmy Iovine, the Defiant Ones. It just came out like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and you saw this, and this is how we're like totally out of these people tax brackets when it comes to these marriages and these kinds of shit like that. Because in that documentary you see Dre has this entire big beautiful house in Malibu where he makes his, he goes up in there and makes his beats and whatever, and she just like stops by like it's an office. She'll come out. The wife will come out and hang out, and then just leave him there by himself. And I'm in my head, I'm like, shit. My wife would never, let me have a big baller ass beach house. The views and everything. Yeah, I'm going to work, baby, but don't stop by the office tonight. I already know. All that to me, when I was looking at that shit, even as I was watching that documentary, I was saying to myself, that's gonna be some problems. That's gonna lead to some bullshit down the line, and it turns out it is, because that's some of the things that she wants in this divorce is some of these properties, these houses like that, like he got in Malibu and stuff like that. And some told me this is just, I seen that documentary and I just said this is gonna be a problem down the line, and sure enough, it's a problem.
well, it's a problem because of the person, not because of the products and the material. Because that's cool if he has those different properties that are homes. That could be a good creative space.
Right.
For him
That's what he says. That's what he wants. What he says, he goes out there and that's his creative space, and that's what he creates. Right.
A good creative space. If he wants to have a party, he don't have to get a venue. He got a house everybody can come to. So I see the benefit in it, but at the end of the day, it's not having the material things, it's the person. If you low down and dirty, if you gonna go to your Malibu house and say, oh, I'm working, but really your skis are showing up.
Skeezers, that's a go ahead, go give you a point for that one. Point for that. We bringing it back. We bringing skeezers back in 2020, 21. We're bringing the words.
That's a different thing. But if you're there and you're actually, you work and you're doing what you said you're gonna do, everything is business is on the up and up. That's not a bad thing. But that's better than renting space out of some of these commercial places.
Right. But I just had a feeling that this was gonna be a problem because y'all it's a house. It's a Malibu. This thing was beautiful. This house was beautiful, and I was like, this is the office, and it is, and is everything All I know is if I had a space like that, right? You see my space, right? You see my space, right? You see my office, right? You know what? You know my wife ain't nothing but a couple feet away.
Yeah, but that's because we don't have billionaire
We
problems.
don't
We don't have millionaire problems.
levels of money we're talking. The
Yeah,
levels.
but if you had millionaire problems and issues, and you were able to do that, it might be a different story. Because just like he got that house over there in Malibu that he works out of and does all his stuff, she probably got something else that she has going on.
Right, right. And who tell them what's going on over there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's not the material things, it's the people.
I'm not about to finance you and your next man new project. The hell with that, or I'll be damned if that happens.
Well,
She.
why not? Why not? I done stayed by your side while you did whatever with these other women.
Well,
So
I'm
now,
compensating you, vagina money. That's what this is. This is vagina money. We'll continue to argue that it's vagina money. I will continue to argue that. I mean, the fellas will remain in agreement on this. But again, don't get mad when the man pulls this stunt. All right, don't get mad. I don't want to hear that the man need to be going to work and he need to get some balls about himself. Well, I don't want to hear none of that. When the
but
man
he does. I mean, so what are you saying? Our thought of men to be. So we should just say, "Oh, okay, now you ain't got to work. Just sit over there. I take care of everything." Is that what you saying?
see, thank the good Lord if you do. Praise the Lord. I'll take it. I take it. Praise the Lord. We done struck gold. Look, praise the Lord. Look,
And so
that
you
fun.
you would be okay with all of that being taken away from you just for some money.
Tell them to bring me my money. Look, if that's what you want to do, baby, I'm not about to sit here and hold you up. If this is the dream that you have for me to live lavishly under your work, I praise the Lord for you. I thank you. You are deliverance. You are the blessing. My whole life has changed.
No, that is awful. That is terrible. And any man that is okay with that is something wrong with him.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. That's the American dream. That is the American dream. That's what y'all would like to hear, right? If a man came up to you today and say, "Shani, you ain't got to work. If we, Shani, you can stop all this right now. You can stop all of this. I just want you. I just want to take care of you. You ain't got to work ever again. I will take care of you." You can sit there and go be like, "Oh, okay, but nah, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, no, Poppy, no, Poppy."
Yes, I am because number one, I got myself free from work. Ain't no man did that. I created the media room, and let me go down there because this is not the first successful business that I have had. Okay, first there was Christian Youth Sports Association, where I had 1,900 kids enrolled that played youth sports. I worked with, I had a contract with the city of Duncanville, and we also worked with the city of Lancaster, the city of DeSoto, and the city of Cedar Hill. And every year we ran basketball games. Okay. Then we added a football team. Okay. All me. Okay. All right. Then after that, during that time, I opened Scotty Girl Sportswear, which was my silk screen company that made youth football uniforms, youth basketball uniforms. And on top of that, I had 7 leagues. All right. And then for basketball, there was 82 youth basketball teams that I outfitted. So again, like I always say, can't no man walk up to me and tell me anything about some money. Okay, I gets that on my own. Tell me what you can do. What can you do that money can't buy to make me happy? Because Media Room 360, this is me. So coming up to me talking about I'm gonna relieve you, relieve me of what? Baby, I don't work in corporate America. I let that go. You ain't saving me from that.
You finish or you done?
Just
Because
tell me where the lie is.
I ain't seen no lies, but
Okay.
lady, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. If you feel like you want to lavish Melz with cash and prizes, and I ain't got to do nothing for it, you're more than welcome to do that right now. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you now. I have no shame in my game. That is the American dream. You mean to tell me you willing to take care of me and you gonna let me lay up in the house all day and eat chicken wings and drink?
And as a man, you would do that?
Shit, gladly, gladly retire my black ass. I'm tired of this shit. This work shit is overrated. This work shit is overrated. I don't give a damn this shit that y'all talking about. Look, let me lay up. Let me lay up for a while. Let me lay up. I done work hard. All right, I done work that. I done go. Look, I work hard just to struggle to get to where I am right now, which is next to nothing. But it still don't matter. This work shit is overrated. Okay, let me be clear on this. All right, if you want to take care of young males on the MIC with lots of cash and prizes, you're more than welcome to do that. I don't know what Shani's talking
This
about.
is what I'll say. With you and Carissa, y'all been married for I don't know how long. Now, if Carissa came to you and said that that's something different, y'all been together for like what, almost 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. That's something completely different.
What's completely different?
That's something completely different than meeting a woman today and she talking about, oh, I want to take care of you. That's crazy.
That's game. If a woman came up to me and said that anyway, I'd be like, "Ooh, you running that good game, ain't you?" Like that because I know she's lying. Because like I say, you gotta look at everything with a grain of salt as it is. But this is the scenarios that me and my wife have discussed and before. Like everybody, like we've been married so long that we do discuss these kind of things, these kind of scenarios, and what we would do, and how we would react to these kind of situations. So like I like we said, like we talked before about if we was to win like one of these Powerball jackpots, which has gone up again. Y'all need to go get your lottery ticket. You ain't getting no stimmy, so you might as well go get your lottery ticket.
If you haven't gotten your stimulus, make sure you go to irs.gov and do it's not called where is my stimulus. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a big button on there.
Where's my payment? Where's my payment?
Get my payment.
Look, if you, I mean, we're going to keep it 100 with you. You ain't got it yet. You ain't getting it. You're going to have to file it on your taxes. But we talked about this. Me and my wife talked about this.
Wait.
Okay. What?
Okay. I'm on the page. So
okay.
It says that, most people will get their payments automatically. They're delivering the second round of payments. Okay. Did you miss the deadline to register online for the economic impact payment? You may still be eligible. Okay, but I think that's the first one. But listen, people, if you haven't gotten it, go there, go to get my payment, put your information in. Now, if you get the answer back that says
we ain't got it,
they don't know where, they don't have any more answers for you, then that means you're going to have to apply for the rebate when you file your taxes. What that means, I don't know.
Man, you ain't getting no damn stimmy. That's what that means. You ain't getting the stimmy. Let's keep it 100. You ain't getting the stimmy. All right. Whatever you plan on buying, whatever you had hoped to buy, whatever you had marked that $600 off for, you cancel it now. Go ahead and go get that shit sent back. Return to the store. Tell them you need it back. And look, it's not happening. You got to wait till you file your goddamn taxes. That is not a stimulus. So boo all of these motherfuckers. There ain't no damn stimmy. And if you got your stimmies, boo you too. Because I'm hating. We hating on you for getting your stimmy. What? That's what I'm talking about. Wait, the rest of how they gonna get half the stimmy? Half of y'all stimmy, and the rest of us we gotta wait. There ain't no goddamn stimmy then.
Wait a minute. Yeah, so if it says, so when you go there, you'll have your payment 1 status that you got last year, and then it'll have payment number 2 status. If it says not available, then what you got to do is apply for the rebate.
There ain't no damn stimmy then. That's not a stimulus. Don't call.
This is where my question comes in. So if that's the case, then what happens when, because Joe Biden said, hey, if I get in, I'm gonna give y'all $2,000. So what happens with that? Do you have to apply for stimulus?
All my shit. Bring me my money. I want all of it. Run me all of it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Run me all of it.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Why you? Because you created chaos at that point. You gave half of the country $600 already. Now you can't sit there and say, well, you know what I'm saying? Like now you go sit there and say, well, because what it sounds like, it's starting to sound like they signing checks that their asses can't cash, and that which they can if they wanted it to, but they really don't. People have made so many promises over the last few months, especially politically, when dealing with this situation, that we, because that again, the $600 stimulus is part of something that was bigger. Okay, that paid out more money to everybody else. And now that everybody else got their money and then they cashed out and then they try to overthrow the government, everybody finna go back to their business and pretending like none of this shit happened. I need them to
Tell them to bring me my money.
I don't give a fool. That y'all look. I'll be out there on the Capitol building in my sheepskin's fur, like the white folks was the other day, asking with the one question:
Tell them to bring me my
bring
money.
me my money. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. I'm sorry. Run me all of it. I need 2,600. I need 26. No, matter of fact, y'all say I was supposed to get one for a kid too. I'm gonna need that whole 3 grand.
Tell them to bring me my
I
money.
need them to bring.
Tell them to bring me my
Bring me
money.
my money. I'm telling you, y'all think y'all white folks. And then here's the other thing: y'all white folks went up there and ran up on these people Capitol building and tried to overthrow them. These people trying to give us $2,000 checks, and y'all trying to stop them from doing it. How stupid is y'all? How stupid is y'all? How stupid is y'all if they do decide to give these $2,000 checks? I'm to be honest, Shani, I'm starting to think we might not get them shits. The more I think about it, I think that 2,000 stimulus check shit ain't gonna happen.
Well, well, you just got to keep moving. We can't really, depend on that. But that goes back to holding the people that we have in office accountable. That's what we're gonna have to do. I mean, then now storming the Capitol ain't the answer,
You know
but
they ain't asking for us.
we definitely have to keep them. We got to hold them accountable to what they said.
Come on now, you know if a million black, a million black men was like with the Million Man March. I mean, look, they had security there and everything out there just in case, just in case. I mean, ain't nobody even talked about storming the Capitol, but these folks went out here and tried to overthrow the whole government, the whole government, and I'm like, this is. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know this. This is domestic terrorism in the United States, and 70 million of your fellow Americans are fine with it. Are perfectly fine with it. Why? Because they will rather burn this system down before they give all of us equality. Let me repeat that again. They will rather burn this whole motherfucker down. They will let this bitch be destroyed, then give us all equality. All of this started, this not really started with Donald Trump. This all started because black people are demanding equality in the United States. Black people and people of color are demanding equality in the United States. And they're sick of it. They know they will be the minority in less than a decade. And 20 and
I'm gonna keep it to black people.
Okay.
People of color, because people of color are treated differently.
Well, some of them are riding our wave. Let's be honest, they riding the wave. That's what some groups, put it like that, are riding this wave, and they're riding this wave that we started. And then what you're saying is true. Some groups are getting what they want faster than us.
Absolutely. That's why I want to say black people and brown people. No, black people. That's all I'm worried about.
Okay, I agree. Okay. But like I said, this is the one thing that I've noticed about this entire situation this week is the fact that they are more upset. They are more upset about that than anything. That's why the first thing out their mouth is, well, y'all ain't saying nothing when them people was riding into the streets. We was marching for freedom and equality. Y'all marching because you want to install dictatorship in the United States.
Right.
Miss me with the bullshit. Any other argument you have? You trying to install a dictator in the United States. You have rejected the democratic and fair and free election that you supported 4 years ago when your punk ass president won. When your guy won. Your guy won. Ain't nobody tried to take over the Capitol. Ain't nobody tried to run over the Capitol when George Bush had won by 500 votes. Ain't nobody did none of that. We respected y'all issue and we let it roll. But the problem is, and they don't want to admit this, they ignore the facts before them. You're ignoring shifting demographics in this country. You live in a podunk town in Texas. You don't know how this country is shifting. It's blacker. It's blacker than before, but but here's the other thing: your kids out here having sex with the kids and black kids, and they fall in love with them, having pre-mixed babies. Y'all ain't gonna be here that much longer, white folks. I'm sorry, and it's not being harsh. Y'all not gonna be the majority no more, and you're ignoring the shifting demographics of this country, and aligning yourself with a man that don't give a damn about you. You can't even, and I just thought it just dawned on me. You know why they want to give us? You know why Donald Trump want to give away $2,000 stimulus checks? You know why he agrees to that?
Mm-mm.
Go look up a night stay at the Trump Plaza Hotel. How much it costs? $2,000. Yes, it does.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to get them. He knows these dummies are willing to spend money on that. Go look up a night at one of the Trump properties. You can Google that right now. That's why he was like, wait, $2,000. Given to, yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. You can't even afford to stay in one of his hotels, but y'all out here trying to overthrow the government for him. For him. Y'all wild, man. Y'all wild, man. And the sad thing is, half of this country is cool with that. That's the scary part.
Well, there's another story that is really bothering me, and I saw it pop up last night.
Okay.
And I'm really not even a big fan of this person.
Okay.
Baby.
Okay. All right. What's going on with the baby now?
I liked one of his. I liked his performance on Saturday Night Live. I thought he really got creative and stepped outside of the box and did it. So I was proud of him for bringing it to Saturday Night Live. Can you turn me down some? Because I can hear myself echo.
Is that me or you? Me?
It's
I might be too close to the mic.
Can you hear me?
Not me.
Okay. So the baby was out on Rodeo Drive yesterday shopping with some of his friends. Okay. Beverly Hills. He was in the store. They were in the store shopping, him and his friends. And I can imagine that they walked there and they were, refined, probably bringing this. That's what's going on. They talk about it. Say my nigga, look at this. You know how.
Right.
Well, someone in the store called the police on them and said that they had guns. So the police show up and watch them walk out of the store, get into their vehicle.
Okay.
As they drove off, that's when all the cop cars did.
Of course.
Got them all out. Searched the vehicle. Found a gun in the vehicle.
Right.
Which for the baby is a misdemeanor. But he's the only one that got arrested.
Well.
But this is my thing. If you got a call in the store, it says they have weapons, why you didn't stop them when they were walking out the store and check them?
Yeah, that is a good question. But then again, we know this about law enforcement. They're selective in how they want to enforce things. And number one, they probably was thinking that they were gonna they won't get into a shootout out in public, especially in front of a big what is this? This happened on Rodeo Drive, if I'm not mistaken. This happened in Beverly Hills somewhere. So they ain't finna sit out there and try to really act a fool in front of the Gucci store.
Well, no, they handcuffed him in front of the store. They waited for him to get in their car, and as soon as they started driving, as they driving off, once they, put the car in drive and start moving, that's when all cops, they were sitting there watching.
Well, that's what they probably was surveilling them the whole time. They probably been was watching and following them the whole time. These rappers know this, man, but they still insist on not understanding the situation that they putting themselves in and where they be at. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You rich. I get it. You got the money. You get it. But a lot of people be taking this stuff too far. You know what I'm saying? They take it too far and they think they above the law at some point. And then these people slap them back into reality. No, you just want, again, the two Americas that we live in. This is what we be discussing with the two Americas that we live in. And these boys don't seem to understand that. But yeah, that does sound kind of foul, but I wouldn't be surprised if they was following them the whole time. Law enforcement was probably watching them from the second them jokers pulled up. They was probably just sitting out there watching them and waiting for something to happen. We've seen this before, though. They say that There is hip hop police departments or boroughs and detectives that follow these rappers around when they hit these major cities and these markets like this. But I did see the
I
story.
think he's in LA right now.
Oh, okay. But I didn't. This is, and plus they knew if he didn't have a gun on him, they more than likely they needed something to search in that car. They knew they had something illegal in that car. That's why they waited until they got in that car. They know 80% of the cases of the time like this, that whatever they really got, if they can't find, because they knew if they can't find them on them, they can find it in the vehicle. That's why they waited. That's keeping 100 here. That's why they waited on them to get in the car, because then they could search the car, they could get the warrant, they had probable cause, all that stuff to search extra the car. They could pull them up right there in the street and be like, "Oh, well, you ain't got nothing, so let me go." But if they ask to search the car, you can deny it until they go get a warrant. But if they pull you over, they got probable cause to pop the car too. So they don't think about that kind of stuff. Stop bringing guns with you everywhere in your car. Stop bringing.
Car.
No, I ain't saying they shouldn't. I ain't saying that. Let me be clear on that. You have the right to carry a gun in these United States. Ain't nobody saying that you can. But they be having, these, you got to know where you're going at with these laws and these people, man. If you got to know where you're going. That's what you paying all these attorneys for, right? Make sure your attorney at least educate you on laws, on areas where you're supposed to be at, and knowing whether you can carry your heat or not. That's what it comes down to. You paying all these lawyers all this money. Make sure they know what they're doing, man. Get some education. At least get something for your money. And educate yourself, because I think that's how Lil Wayne ended up in the situation he in. He had to go spend a year in Rikers. You ain't supposed to have a gun in New York City. What you paying all these lawyers for then? give me some game. Hey, at least call it.
To their defense, I mean, the attorneys probably have told them that, but when you dealing with an ego like that, people think they invincible in those, celebrities, athletes. They think they're invincible, and they can do whatever they want, and nothing's gonna happen. So it's probably not that anybody's holding.
Right. That would be my thing. I'd be like, hey, at least look, I'm finna go to LA. Well, look, leave that thing at the house. okay, I got you. That security carry that thing on. Okay, I got you. No doubt, I got you. I mean, like that, like if I'm paying these lawyers all this money to come to do all this stuff for me, believe me, I'm gonna get some game out your ass. Like you're not, I'm gonna get some game out you. You're gonna give me something that I can walk away with this from. But a lot of people just don't, man, and it's sad and unfortunate. And these boys stay in these situations like this, and then and it's also a part of the fact that rock stars don't go to jail, celebrities don't go to jail. Unless you're R. Kelly, of course, but the celebrities don't go to jail, and they believe that. Like, he just made bail and he already back home and out in the street, so it really don't matter to them. They think that's just another payment, because this ain't the only time he found himself. Look, last year the baby assaulted a hotel employee after asking a man to not record him. He slapped a woman at a show after he reportedly hit him with the phone. Was accused of attacking the driver of a Sprinter van and more. And then around this time last year, he was arrested for battery in Miami for beating up a club promoter. He got 1 year probation over a shooting that took place in Walmart in 2019. Come on, man. These people are watching you, dog. These people is on you. They know you are a known shit starter. This is something I have to explain to my sons all the time. Once you get on these people's radar, they're gonna keep an eye on you, no matter what you do. So you have to do what's best for yourself and make sure that you live your life righteously and away from all that drama.
Well, you remember the story of the cell phone Karen? The girl that attacked the boy and his dad.
I heard that. Yeah. That crazy. Yeah.
She's been arrested.
Well, that Hold on. Don't get no applause for that. They don't get no applause for that. They don't get no applause for that. They don't get no applause for that. I'm sorry. Who that? You know why? They could have been arrested that chick. They said they ain't let her. Nah, you boo that, because they could have been got that broad that they wanted her.
Yeah, and she has a history of run-ins with the law.
Exactly. So,
two DWI bus in 2020
thank you.
and getting arrested with her mom in February for allegedly being drunk in public
So she
at
out
the
here being a
Peninsula
whole.
Hotel, Beverly Hills.
So she out here being a whole fucking menace. Basically, she out here being a whole menace to in society out here. Shani, I got some breaking news here right now, and it involves your stimulus. It involves your stimulus check.
Okay. What you got?
According to KNUE, TurboTax filers, if you filed your taxes with TurboTax, you should expect a stimulus check deposit on Friday.
That's today.
I know. Apparently, I won't go ahead and read the story for you. Let me read the story for you. Americans who filed with TurboTax and H&R Block are the ones who was up with Shit's Creek. But right now, TurboTax says that its customers can expect to see their stimulus check deposits to hit their bank accounts today, probably in that pending state, Friday, January 8th. The delay comes after an IRS error that sent the payments to the wrong accounts for millions of Americans. The IRS previously admitted to depositing millions of dollars in stimulus payments not attached to the actual customer. But TurboTax has released a statement saying that the IRS began issuing a second round of stimulus checks. Unfortunately, because of this error, millions of payments were sent to the wrong accounts, blah, blah, blah. They've been working tirelessly on a solution with the Treasury. And as a result, expectation now is that within days, the error will be corrected and stimulus payments will begin being deposited into correct bank accounts. TurboTax says that this round of checks will be deposited into the same account that customers received their 2019 tax return. Now, keep in mind that although TurboTax is processing the payment today, banks may still take a few business days to process it for you. So that's the story right now as far as TurboTax. Y'all might be getting y'all stimmy. Y'all might be getting y'all stimmy.
Yeah.
I said might. I think
I still don't understand the whole. You got the file for the rebate.
that's some bullshit. Nah, I don't care what that. That's what that is. That's some bullshit. That's I don't care what nothing else about that. That is the most supreme bullshit ever. Is that y'all go ahead and greenlight everybody else payment and just say, here, y'all can have it, but the rest of y'all gotta file tax. Hold on. Why? Who came up with this idea?
So
Whose idea is that? As far as what?
file for the rebate.
Yeah. Well, at least that's what they told me on the website. But the thing is, I did file with TurboTax last year. So that could be an issue that I could be affected by this. We'll see. And that could be one of the reasons why I kept getting that message as well. But I did file with TurboTax. But then again, I did check my bank account this morning and there was no stimmy on it. So I'm going to still go ahead and they say that shit is some bullshit. until I actually see that 6 or 12 or whatever it is they pay, until I actually see it in my actual account, it's still going to be, to me, the whole thing is still bullshit. All right.
Yeah.
So
This has been a wonderful show. I got another call coming in. I got to go get this money.
well, I'll go buy it.
Buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for $1. Let's go get this money then.
I gotta get money. I got
Well, it's Friday. We thank y'all for rocking with us. Of course, it's the weekend, so you guys continue to wear your mask, wash your hands, do what you need to do to protect yourself. We will be back with you on Monday, and don't forget, download the Media Room 360 app to your devices right now. It's a free download in your app store, and you can watch this show everywhere. All hundreds of pages. We even got some Twitch peoples checking in, even though they spamming. Shout out to the Twitch people. We appreciate you for checking us out anyway. Don't forget to follow us, Shani Scott Melz on the MIC. Back on the radio tomorrow. Today for me anyway. Back on your radio at 107.3 Kiss FM. Ricky Smiley Mornings, number 1 for R&B. 2 to 6 p.m. today. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. We'll find something. And then back tomorrow on Saturday from 10 a.m. up until 3 p.m. And then Brown Liquor Music, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Syndicated show. We live. WTUG 92.9. Tuscaloosa. We here. The USA DJs. We out here. Saturday night, 6 p.m. The world premiere of Brown Liquor Music. If you love Southern Soul and Blues music, you need to tune in and go download the WTUG app. All right. And Shani Scott, what you got on deck? Y'all got a show tonight?
We got Big Bing's Break Room, 8 o'clock right here. Tomorrow, we hopefully can be spending time with action.
Good luck with that.
And Monday, we got big announcement to make Monday. So you guys make sure you're here. We got a big announcement for everybody and want you guys to participate and be a part. Other than that, I got girls and I'm running these churches on live. If your church needs a platform to broadcast, tell them to hit me up. Hit me up in my inbox.
Hit the Media Room 360 up. Go get your money, Shani Scott. Go get your money. Go get your blessings. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday.
All right. See y'all later.